Hey guys, the operator's ranking was next on the list, so I started working on it the next day after finishing the studies video. If you need help with any of your studies, you can check the video in the top right corner, and of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Here's my list and how I rated them. If you wanna know why I made these choices, stick around to find out. I'll start in the same order as they present in the game. Don't ask me why, cause I don't know. By the way, I've leveled all of my operators playing with random squads, just so you know. Before I start, let's be clear on something. This ranking is based on my personal opinion and choice. It doesn't mean it's right, and I don't think there's a bad operator in the game. I think all of their abilities fit the game, just some of them are more versatile than the others, which makes them more useful in any situation, if you know what I mean, and that's why they have an advantage over the others. At least that's how I see it. Also, I haven't played Siege, so I'm not like biased towards anyone. I literally rate them from what I've seen in the game. Starting with Doc, he's basically the healer in the game. I'm gonna put him in S tier. He's very useful, especially when you're playing with random people, because they are unpredictable, as we all know. His steam shots are temporary health though, so they're fading away as time goes by. What's nice about the steam pistol apart from healing is the fact he can revive himself. Since I play with random people, I always use the revive kit on my operators, and in this case you can pick something else like the HR recon drone, body armor, explosive harness, whatever you want. His weapons choice, not so good. The P90 and the MP5 have low damage even without suppressor. His pump shotgun is decent, but it's not the best one in the game, and I'm not a huge fan of the semi-automatic rifle, which has a really nice damage. I decided to go with the suppressed MP5 with the revolver as secondary. At least it has a nice punch, although it has 6 bullets. It doesn't make much of a difference if I take the suppressor off, so at least let me use it. On almost all of my operators, I use primary weapon with compensator and secondary weapon with suppressor. I'm steady with my pistol, and when things go south, I just go all out with the primary. It's easier to take care of tormentors and apexes. He's kinda slow, but he has lots of armor. I was thinking of putting him in A tier, but I'll let him breed the champions there. Moving to Ella, she's one of my favorite operators after I max her out. I'm definitely gonna put her in S tier without any doubt, simply because of her sticky mines. The fact you have 4 mines and they can recharge every minute is absolutely amazing. This is mainly the reason why I rated her so high. Starting with 3 paralysis grenades and 4 sticky mines, you can take care of any smashers, tormentors, apexes right away without worrying about it. Her crowd control is pretty good with these. She's pretty quick and she has decent armor. Also, her healthy hand trait is great for her squad, granting 20 health boost to revive people. She can be aggressive or defensive specialist depending on your personal playstyle, and probably has one of the best weapons choices in the game. Nasty semi-automatic shotgun with fast reload time, LMG with 150 bullets. M762 is a great assault rifle with a powerful punch. I don't know what would you want more honestly, and by the way, I've heard Polish girls are kinda kinky. Next one is Pose. I'm probably gonna confuse some of you, but hear me out. I'm gonna put him in A tier, however, I feel like he's lacking something and his cardiac sensor doesn't show much, but in the same time, he can change the game just because of his ability to scan nests. From my experience and what I've seen, almost all people don't realize when an enemy alerts the nest around, they are going to spawn aliens until they are destroyed. If you've seen an Apex or Smasher or Tormentor popping out of nowhere every like 30 seconds, well, that's the reason. That nest is gonna spawn that specific enemy until it's destroyed. I know it can be difficult sometimes when you know you have to destroy the alerted nest, but you can't push forward because you're being slowed down by the sprawl, and in the same time you can't clear it because you get hit, and it starts to feel like an endless loop, especially if you're playing with random people with no communication like I usually do. That's where Pulse can come very handy, as he can see the nest close to you and locate the problem. And I really mean that in the end game on the highest difficulty, he's pretty much useless on anything easier. He's as fast as you can possibly be, and he has the same armor as Ella. He also has the healthy trait just like her, which is always useful. His weapons are okay-ish. UMP5 SSMG with a decent damage without suppressor, the assault rifle has a nice punch and the shotgun is lacking damage. I would personally stay away from it. If you go to Italy, you would see Alibi tanning on the beach, and she is the first operator I maxed out. In the beginning, I fell in love with her ability to clone herself and lure enemies as I was learning how the game works. I think that's useful at any difficulty, and it's more useful than most people think if you place it correctly. I'm gonna put her in A tier. In terms of speed and armor, she has the same stats as Ella, which is nice. Her enhanced reflexes trait really fits her weapons, she has a great OMG and a really nasty automatic drum-fed shotgun. Dude, that thing hits harder than my stepdad. On top of that, she has a really powerful suppressed revolver that hits hard as well. If you're not convinced enough, I don't know what else to tell you. The next operator is from Mother Russia. Finka is something like a combat medic on the run, I guess. She's in S tier for me, and I'll explain you why I think she's superior to compared to Doc. Her adrenal surge is great once maxed out. She can grant temporary health to the whole squad no matter how far you are from each other, and even more if you're within 10 meters. She can also revive down teammates and prevent KO, which is a big deal. Sometimes you don't have enough time to revive somebody, especially before the last update yesterday when they fixed the bugged revive. Doc is healing people usually when they don't need it, and temporary health fades away while you're running around. And in order to heal someone, he has to be standing perfectly still, or you miss your shot and your ability is not rechargeable, and you start sending your best regards to the person's mother or sister, or both. Finka can give you the temporary health you need when you get into a fight till things settle down, and her ability is gonna recharge in the next 1 minute. I don't know, but I find her more useful than Doc, and I use her more often while Doc is sitting constantly on the bench. I'm not a huge fan of her trait, the one where you can revive yourself if you kill enough enemies. I've never revived myself with anyone who has it, maybe I was unlucky, but she has an awesome weapons choice. OMG with 100 bullets, close range SMG which is not that weak, a weird assault rifle which I don't really like, and a great semi-auto shotgun. I really tried to give Hibana a chance, but I really don't see a purpose of using her. I mean, I know one, but it's inappropriate to say it. The reason why I'll give her C tier and not the D is because of her grenade/mine launcher, which recharges every 45 seconds once maxed out. I didn't find it powerful enough to tease me to play with her, but at least you can use it to stun enemies like Smasher for example. I think she has the worst weapons in the game. The assault rifle has low mag capacity, the shotgun feels weird, and the MP5 SD has low damage. I use it and play stealthy, relying on my team to inflict the big damage numbers because I'm definitely not. That's why at least as a secondary I'm using the SMG without suppressor, so it makes it up, sort of. At least he should have had max speed. Leon is also one of my favorite operators. His wall hack ability just makes me horny. It's useful absolutely anywhere and in any situation, and he goes straight to S tier. He's not the fastest, but at least he packs more armor than most of them. Once maxed out, his cooldown is 40 seconds while the duration is 30 seconds, and the detected enemy stays scanned. He's basically cheating in the game. Stronger recovery is a good trait, helps a lot if you are downed. My favorite weapon is his SMG. 50 rounds drum and 44 damage without suppressor is sweet. He shares the same shotgun and semi-auto rifle as Doc, and he has an assault rifle which I don't use because it has 30 rounds and less damage than the SMG. He promised to show me friends when I get there, really cool and friendly guy. The next one is the banhammer itself, Sledge. A little off topic, but I just wanna say, if I could use him in Fortnite to destroy those Minecraft Fortresses Kids build, I would download Fortnite again. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put Sledge in C tier. I think he shines once he's maxed out. He has full armor, decent speed and healthy hand, which grants teammates 20 health boost when revived. He has 2 good assault rifles and not the worst shotgun. The fact you can stun enemies like Tormentors and Smashers is amazing. I've personally tried it and it's very useful in some situations. Especially if you're using shotgun, stunning the Tormentors with the hammer and clapping their cheeks in no time is satisfying. It works with the AR as well, I've tried it. Overall, I put him in tier C, I still use him sometimes because of his armor and hammer. By the way, making a new pet sometimes can be a lifesaver, I totally forgot to mention that. Vigio is probably one of your most favorite, but I honestly never used him after I maxed him out. Just the fact that he can cloak and run away kills the fun for me, but as I said, that's a personal opinion. I'm aware he can clutch many situations and I'll put him in A tier. I've always used him for his double barrel shotgun, which has a crazy amount of damage when you take the suppressor off. He has max speed but a little low on armor, but I guess that's because of his invisibility, it makes sense. I honestly think his cloak thing must be nerfed because it literally says 15 seconds cooldown. I haven't seen many people using him, they probably feel bored just like I am. His trade is pretty whack though. Moving on to IQ, I think she is a great support operator. Having the ability to scan every single React equipment is a big deal. People can literally gear up as much as possible thanks to her, with ammo, grenades, medkits and whatnot. And let's not forget the fact she can also scan from annoying little things like the blinding spores and sour mines to cloaked lurkers and smashers, all the way to apexes and proteans. I'll put her in B tier. She has my favorite pump shotgun in the game and a nice LMG and AR. She shares the same stats as Vigio in terms of speed and armor, but here you don't have stealth, so watch out. Oh, I almost forgot. She carries 3 additional magazines per weapon, which allows you to shoot like a maniac. Her boyfriend Jaeger is also in B tier for me. He has an average speed and armor and an enhanced reflexes trait that definitely fits him. I suppose people use him only because of his turret, which has 8 rounds once maxed out and he can place 2 of them. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty useful but only in defense situations. He has the same weapons like IQ, except there's a second assault rifle and no LMG. To me, it doesn't make sense why IQ has an LMG when she is a recon operator and Jaeger is an area control / support who doesn't have an LMG, but it is what it is. The last operator from France on the list is Rook. I have a bad news, I'm gonna put him in D tier. I could never find him useful enough to actually play with him. I understand he drops a bag with armor plates for everyone and they are supposed to grant you damage resistance, but honestly whenever I've picked up that armor I never found a difference when I'm taking damage. Sometimes I look at my operator picture to see if I have the armor equipped or not. Just the damage resistance is not enough for me to make him worth using. He has an average speed and almost max armor, which is great, but he has the same whack gear up trait like Vigio. At least the good news is he has the same 50 rounds drum SMG like Leon and the same shotgun if you're into that. I hope they buff the damage resistance in future. Fuse is a great defense operator. I'll put him in C tier, but I still like him. He shares the same stats with Rook, average speed and almost full armor. Buster charge is great to defend an area as the grenades inflict enough damage to make him worth using. Unfortunately, he also has that whack gear up trait, but at least he's rocking a nice LMG that suits defending. He has a great semi-auto shotty and 2 assault rifles. Aside from the trait, I don't find anything wrong with him, he's just suitable for defense. Moving on to Smoke, he has the best balance between armor and speed probably, 4 bars in both. I'll put him in C tier because I never got into his remote gas grenade. I know, you can cancel an area and damage whoever gets in, but I don't know, I'd rather be Hibana or Jaeger at that moment and blow them up. Gas grenades is not the joking that I'm into, if you know what I mean. He has the resilient revival trait, which is okay I guess. I never got the chance to revive myself with it. He has a decent shotgun and a nice assault rifle, the other 2 SMGs have kinda low damage. And the last Russian is Tachanka, which I'll have to put in D tier. His mounted LMGs are very useful, don't get me wrong, and once maxed out you can put 2 of them. They hit hard and they reload in a blink of an eye, but he's not versatile, he's good for defending an open area and your back is vulnerable. By the way, last night I used him because I wanted to see how good his LMG is when he's maxed out against an unaware Apex, and I gotta say, I kinda shitted on her. She tried to hit me with a projectile once, but the shield thingy on the mounted LMG defended me from taking damage, which was a nice surprise. He has max armor and average speed, and enhanced reflex as a trait, which is nice. His guns are good as well. I like the SMG he has, the AK-12 is powerful, and the semi-auto shotgun is great. I played with Capital as much as I played with Vigil, only to max him out. He has almost max speed and average armor, but his crossbow never seemed interesting to me. I know you can switch between smoke and venom bolts, but still, I'd rather use someone else. Because of this, I'll have to put him in D tier. He has the self-reviving trait, which is okay. I personally have the LMG equipped as it fits him the best, I think. He also has a decent assault rifle, whack SMG and a semi-auto shotgun, which I never tried. Gridlock is a decent choice for someone learning the game. I'll put her in C tier just because I don't think I'll play with her after I maxed everyone out, but still, she's a decent choice. She has almost full armor and average speed. Her traps on the ground always felt weird to me, honestly. Enemies on the trap take damage and they're slowed down, but I don't know, man. I'm not feeling her. She has the whack gear up trait, but the good thing is the LMG she has is awesome. I know it has only 60 rounds, but it reloads insanely fast and it has a nice punch. Her F90 assault rifle is also a decent choice, but the LMG is the way to go. And last, we've got Nomad. At first, when I saw her ability to shoot these mines, I was looking forward to unlock her as an operator. After a while, as I leveled every one of them, I realized her ability is not that impressive. I would rather use Ella over Nomad every single time. Now, if these mines were dealing explosive damage, killing enemies in that area, that would have been nice, but instead, they get knocked somewhere, which is stupid because sometimes I'm knocking them towards me. I think her ability needs a buff. She has a full armor, which is crazy, and she has an average speed. Stronger recovery is a nice trait, and all of her primary weapons are nice. Thanks for watching, I'd like to hear how you rate them and what's your opinion. I'll see you guys next time.